We Choose Us, a movement for multiracial democracy based in Minnesota, gathered some of their volunteers of election judges recently who gave virtual testimonies. And that included one former Duluth elementary school teacher. Election Judge Kathy Peterson will also be a polling challenger on Election Day after she's completed her maximum of 8 hours as an election judge. She said she's proud of St. Louis County for how secure, safe, and inclusive its elections are. Her responsibility as election challenger is to verify prospective voters' eligibility to vote. Peterson feels prepared to be a challenger after going through extensive training.
They have thought of so many possibilities, and they are preparing us to do the very best job that we as unprofessional folk can possibly do.
And official election challengers are appointed by the chairs of authorized political committees for both parties. Ahead of November 5th, you can find all our election-related stories, local and national, via our Northern News Now mobile app.